Hi guys, the Pocket 3 has just had a new firmware update release with some nifty new features and fixes. So in this video we're going to go over exactly what they are. So first, in case you're not sure how to actually update the firmware, then you need to go to the Mimo app, and once you're connected to the Pocket 3 you should get a little message that says the firmware is now available. If you click on that, it's going to then start updating the firmware. It's going to take just a few minutes or so. Now the very first update is a new cancel recording feature. Now before the update, if you actually did a recording and you decided you didn't want it, you'd have to manually go through the previews and then actually manually delete it, and it's a right pain in the neck. Now after the update, what you can do is you now just have the ability to actually cancel recording. So if you actually press the button in, the recording button in, you'll get a message saying, do you want to cancel recording? If you continue holding that actual button in, it's then going to cancel recording and actually delete the file. So that's a new, very nice new feature. And for me particularly, I always found that I often accidentally did some recordings just by accidentally hitting the recording button when I was faffing around with the buttons and just holding on to the Pocket 3. So for me personally, that's a bit of a game changer and certainly worth the update to the firmware. Now the other feature that's available is for the Selfie Mode. So before, if you actually had it in Selfie Mode and you used the actual joystick to control the gimbal, you'd find that it's actually inverted. So if you move the joystick to the left, the actual gimbal went to the right and vice versa. So it's really confusing. Now after the update, they've actually made it much more sensible. So obviously if you move the joystick left, it's going to go to the left just like you expected. Now the other third update worth mentioning is to do with the DJI Mic 2. So before, you actually find that the audio levels when it was connected to the Pocket 3 was actually quite quiet, and you had to actually boost the signal in post. Now after the update, they've actually improved the optimized the audio levels, so you don't need to actually faff about changing the audio levels in post. So that's a very good, actual nice update. Now the other important update is how it's split out the actual audio channels. Now before, when using an external mic, for example like the DJI Mic 2, when the syncing audio backup sync was switched on, it would actually embed the mono signal from the mic into the video file, and then it would then put the sound of the internal microphones of the Pocket 3 into a separate WAV file, but for some reason it did it in mono. But the Pocket 3 is actually capable of recording in stereo, so it actually made no sense at all. Now after the update, what they do is they actually take the sound from the internal microphones of the Pocket 3, put it into the separate WAV files before, but this time it's actually recorded in stereo. So for example, if you're in an outside environment, you've got the sounds of birds singing and stuff like that, and you're also using the DJI Mic 2, you're going to find that the DJI Mic 2 sound, as always, goes into the video file, but the internal microphones goes into the separate WAV file but in stereo. So when you come to doing post-production, you can actually then take the two audio files together and to mix them to actually get a much better audio experience. Well, that's the main added features from the firmware, so I certainly think it's worth updating, even just for the cancel recording feature alone. That's certainly for me very useful. Alright, so I hope this video is useful, and of course as always, if it is, don't forget to like the video and also consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this. Other than that, take care and I shall see you soon.